ready laughing because we're going to have fun. Where are my sunglasses?
I don't know.
I'm going to need them in a second. She might have to sit here and talk to you for a second. Oh my gosh, the behind the scenes stuff is always a blast. I don't know. I've been running all over the place trying to get ready for you because we always want to be here on time. And I know one woman in particular absolutely loves this segment. In fact, she said it's her favorite because we laugh together. Sarah Malaeus, I hope you come on and you let us know what you are having as your drink of choice. We were trying to not have this crazy shadow on our face and it didn't work.
I put my glasses down. They're usually up here. I put my glasses down, and all
She's
of a sudden
like,
I'm like,
glasses. I've got them on.
She's wearing mine.
Where are my glasses? Hey, and all of this, we have not started drinking.
No. We're.
All right, everybody, if you're new to this.
It might be behind the poop.
And the poop is?
We'll explain this.
Goose poop. We'll explain in just a second. We're going to, it's so flocking good.
It is.
Ba-dum-bum.
It's
This is actually, this is a local company. We are bringing you Wet Your Whistle live from my backyard. And there's a fire. I have to thank my honey. Jim just ran out of the set really quick. He got the fire ready. And I'm hearing it pop. We're ready. We are going to show you.
He ran away.
He did. He did not
want to be seen.
He did not want to be a part of today's Wet Your Whistle. Okay, so Michelle and I are doing this today because our dear friend Chuck Gillentine, he is such a doll. He is spending time with his beautiful wife, Michelle. And I had a chance to see him. What was that, last week? Yeah, last week. A week ago tonight, they had the cellar dinner. Woo, was it good?
Yeah.
I couldn't wait for the
I wish I could have
Camus.
gone.
But actually, everything he had was wonderful. So there's some pictures from a week ago. So there's Chuck there on the left-hand side. And of course, my honey and my mom. It was a beautiful night. So Chuck, thank you for opening up your second home, because he's there a lot, to everybody. It was a really incredible time. So when you get an opportunity to go to these special dinners, I would highly recommend you do so. Those farmhouse dinners, she can tell you about. I'm going to find my sunglasses while you tell them about the farmhouse dinner I took you to.
Farmhouse
I'll be right back,
amazing.
folks.
Yeah, that was a birthday thing, right?
Don't fall in the pool, Monica. Yes, it was for your birthday.
It's like right behind her.
3 years ago.
3 years ago, yes, we went to farmhouse dinner. It was in the bar area. There's a cute little fireplace, intimate little tables. The food just kept coming and coming and coming. It was like just so many beautiful plates of artistry and flavors.
And it snowed then.
It was great. And, oh, that's right. It started snowing towards the end of our evening, and we knew that we had to drive all the way home. So we were good. We didn't overserve ourselves.
No. It wasn't that. It was the snow.
We did drink a lot of water, but then the snow was just, it was precarious. And you know, those twisty, turny, windy little roads. Windy little roads.
Do you remember, though, that the fact that it snowed saved us from the deer?
The timing saved us.
Yes.
Yes.
Because if you had been going any faster, we would have run right into that deer.
Yeah.
So we all were sitting there and it started to snow and we were like, we got to go.
Yeah, we got to go.
We got to get out of here.
Before it gets too bad.
So, yeah, but anyway, it's so amazing. I mean, really, one of the things, I know this is starting to be winery season, and I want you to remember our friends at Defiance Ridge. So today we're actually going to do a white. Defiance Ridge. So a lot of you that like to hop on the Katy Trail, what are you looking for now?
My phone.
Oh my gosh, it's underneath here. Katy Trail, whether you bike, oh no, it's not.
Those are yours.
It's over there. Now you get off the set.
Okay.
Katy Trail biking, and people like to
I have the notes.
People like to run, or they like to walk, or they're on their motorcycle. This is actually called Katy Traminette. Let me read a little bit about this for you as you take a look at the wine. And look at the one picture I took. It's next to the dachshund.
Which is right there. It's literally like on the other side of the laptop here.
So it says, long before the popular Katy Trail bike path evolved in its place, the Katy was a railroad. And if you get a chance to go in, I would highly recommend you spend some time just kind of walking around, hop off the Katy Trail, and you can see there's a really cool area to like pop the bikes off and then just kind of walk around and see and immerse yourself in the history of the Katy. It was a railroad, and a Highway 94 was a 2-lane gravel road. In the 1950s, the Grumke family, ancestors of one of the first German families to settle America's first viticultural area. So you hear that we were the first AVA. That's the fact. They would drive to visit their family still residing in Augusta. They would park their Studebaker as what is now Klondike Park, and walk into Augusta along the Katy Railroad tracks, right? So Virgil and Lulu taught their children to put their cars to the metal tracks to listen for trains before crossing the elevated bridge. Little history for you. So this is actually a 2021. It's Katy Traminette. But this is what I want to ask them. All of you that are on right now, and feel free to talk with us. I am actually on Facebook, and we're on Twitter, and we are on Instagram, and we are on YouTube as well. So I'll kind of go back and forth and look at our pages for comments. Hi, Josh. Oh, he said nice, like a little history. We like to have a little fun, and then we like to educate, and we like to laugh together, which is really how this started organically. Remember when we started Wet Your Whistle? We were like, we'll probably do about 5 or 10 minutes. And the very first show we did,
Oh my gosh.
which was recorded, by the way, on set, was 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes long. And we were like, oh, we probably need to wrap up. But that's what happened. It was just so much fun. Again, we could do a little education of it, but I like to bring some Psalms into play. They really know what they're talking about. They go a whole nother level. Today, you're not going to get that. Today, we're just going to have fun with you.
But it truly set the bar. The first one that we did, because it was more of a liquor store, not just a winery.
Yes.
Tequila.
Oh, that's right.
That's what we started with. The very first Wet Your Whistle
I'm trying to get this.
was tequila.
Get that
We're
out
like,
there. We were like, really? Yeah. We did back then when we first started. It was tequila. We did beer.
and it was 9:30 in the morning.
We did wine. It was 5
9:30.
o'clock somewhere though. We did wine. We did beer. We did tequila. Did we do a vodka? Because I'm a vodka fan.
I think we did do a vodka.
So we tried a lot of different things, and we love the fact that that was the origin of how Wet Your Whistle started. And by the way, the name did not come from me, did not come from her. It came from the guy who started the bonfire.
Yes.
Jim came up with the name, if you ever wanted to know, of
Yes.
Wet Your Whistle, which was kind of silly. But it worked, and I loved it. Oh, Beckett is chomping at the bit to get on tomorrow. Beckett Moore, by the way, our aspiring meteorologist, he's probably asking if he can come on tomorrow, which the answer is yes. We want to know about this wet pattern.
Yes.
So here's what I want to ask you, and feel free to comment and ask any questions that you want to. Do you think that a Traminette is...
I told you the sun was
We're
gonna
going to
come
put our
in.
sunglasses on. Do you think the Traminette is a dry wine? And don't look, just guess first.
No
A
cheating.
dry wine, a sweet wine, a semi-sweet. What are your thoughts on this? Because I've had Traminettes before, and I told Michelle what I thought it was. We are not trying to be Hollywood. The sun's coming in.
Yeah.
So Richard is on. Dude, love your Wet Your Whistle Wednesdays. Semi, okay. Richard says semi. Everybody that's coming on right now, welcome aboard. This is Michelle. I'm Monica. It is the Wet Your Whistle Wednesday version of the Real Monica Adams show. And we're going to try out this Katy Traminette. This, by the way, and I love the fact that Chuck said this last time, this is a screw off. So you don't get the luxury, I'm sorry, of the pop.
Twist off.
This is a twist off, screw off, whatever you want to say. We're screwing off right now, having fun in my backyard. But she doesn't get she always likes to hear that pop.
I like to do the pop.
Twist off. I'm screwing off with you right now. Twisting off.
All right.
Okay. That's actually
We're always screwing around.
tell them about the okay. So Richard said semi. Everybody else, what do you think? Those of you that are on right now, and let me see, because we were talking about this earlier, Michelle. So we have 23 right now live, and we'll talk to all of you. I'll check on these later, but I want to pay attention to see if they're all from Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or Twitter or where everybody's coming from.
Because this morning was crazy.
93 people live this morning. Richard, were you on with us
But
this morning?
I couldn't see that because
Yeah.
I was only watching on Facebook because that's where I moderate from.
And
And
this-
then I pop over to X and I pop over to
Oh, this smells yummy.
to Instagram just to see what's going on, and sometimes I pop in websites or links or whatever.
Yeah, she's not moderating right now, by the
But-
way. So
No, but I can't see how many
Yeah.
viewers
collectively.
are there. But collectively, she can see it on this whole.
Yeah, but
crazy-
I thought
you-
93 were on
you could
Facebook.
if you could see the system that she's got going
It's
on,
amazing.
It's amazing that she can do all of this.
Everybody, don't be
Incredible.
shy. Please let me know, first of all, what you think. Is a Traminette a dry, a semi-dry, a sweet, a semi-sweet? What do you think? So Richard said,
have no
I
idea.
missed it. I just got back from taking my brother to get a cardiac cath. I hope your brother's good. Oh, all good. Fantastic.
Yeah, he
Those-
wasn't on this morning.
That's what he
That's
just was saying.
Yes.
Okay, for those of you that are on
Maybe the dude was
Instagram,
watching.
feel free to chime in as well. Everybody, welcome in. And we had a wonderful show today. We had actually, it's been a really awesome week so far. We made some breaking news information though, and if you didn't see it, you're just gonna have to. I'm not gonna say it. You have to go back and watch the show. It happens at about 7:30. Breaking news about someone who's going to be joining the show starting on Monday. Stephanie said, "Enjoy, ladies." Well, here's what I want to tell you. You might be at work. You're supposed to be working, by the way, but you're scrolling through Facebook. That's okay. We won't tell your boss. If you're at home with us, open whatever you would like. Okay, it's gorgeous. I ask you to get outside and enjoy the beauty of nature. The sun is beaming down. That's why we have glasses on. You can grab some wine, a beer, mocktail. I always want to stress, if you don't drink, hey, you can still join us, but make your own version. Maybe you have an iced tea. Maybe you have a water. We don't care. We just want you to join in and have fun. So Richard is the only one that is gutsy enough to type in. There's 26 of you on right now. Ask me any questions about Defiance Ridge. I've been out there a lot. We love Chuck. We're going to show you some of their award-winning wines. This is, what did you tell me, 32, 36?
It was 36.
It's in the 30s.
I believe. 36,
Okay.
yep.
$36 at Defiance Ridge. So what are you picking up as far as notes on this?
Well, immediately I was picking up pear.
Okay, pear. So it's got a, I mean, I don't know if you can see
Like
because
very appley, very pear.
It's not so much citrusy, which,
No.
right, which is what I know we were talking about a couple weeks ago. You could, or actually I think it was last week that Chuck and I were talking about how you can pick up the citrus aspect right away. Not on this, but here's the problem. I'm picking up the fire behind us also.
Oh, smoky.
Smoke. So it's not coming from this, but
Yeah. That's why you have to stick your nose with.
pear. Yeah, my brother, who's been in the wine industry for a long time, he does this. And just he's like, you got to get into it. Like you're jumping into a pool. Don't do that. Good afternoon. I almost said good morning. Good afternoon, everybody.
I want to take a sip.
Go ahead. We are talking about this wine right here. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Fun little pictures with the ducks in the play. 2021 Katie Traminette from Defiance Ridge Vineyards. And this is a Missouri wine, by the way. So what are you tasting now? What are you picking up? Before we pair it with any food, by the way.
I'm picking up the same. I'm picking up the same fruits.
Okay. Let's see. Darlene's on from the Villages in Florida, having guests for dinner. You would need one of these. I totally feel like I'm sitting there next to you, ladies. There's a little bit of wind noise on the microphone. Not bad, but a little bit. I'm opening a bottle of, a Norton. All right, fantastic. So he's having that. What does this say? This says, we're hosting the meal at church after the Wednesday night service for Lent. I worked the food pantry today. Fantastic. Way to go. Filling your soul for sure.
That's right.
Darlene, thank you so much. Where's your daughter? She loves this segment. Send a text to Terry and tell her to get on. Everybody, by the way, that is on right now, let your friends and family know that we're just kicking back, having fun. You have any questions for Michelle or myself? I want to get rid of that. Darn. Here we go. Let's do this. I want to get rid of that shade that's in play.
Yeah.
I am thinking that this is a perfect, what's behind me, pool wine. Mm-hmm. I would want to have this into the summer. Some of you might be opening your pools early. We don't usually open until a lot of people do, which is like, Memorial weekend. We usually do it maybe a couple weeks before. But Jim is saying this year he wants to open it earlier. And the reason why, how many of you are pool owners? The reason why you should open the pool in like late March or April. What do you think? Why do you think we would do that? Because we've never done it, but we need to. Yes, that's the answer, Michelle.
Because of the frogs.
Well, and what happens? It turns
green.
So the pool shouldn't be as green if you open it a little earlier.
Yeah.
Because obviously the temperature starts to change, and so we're gonna try.
Ask Beckett.
Yes, we're gonna try. Okay, we'll ask him that tomorrow.
Ask Beckett.
When should I open
the pool?
Okay, but Richard just answered it. Open it up before the algae ever sets in. Yes, and that usually starts to happen as it gets warmer and warmer, and that's usually May. And sometimes if people were on vacation last year, somebody said they weren't able to open their pool till like late June. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what, I have somewhat turned my nose up on certain Missouri wines. That does not make me a wine snob. However, I just have a palate for a lot of different regions, and it hasn't always been Missouri. But what have I always said? I do like Missouri's whites.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like this.
It's really good. I think I would like it colder.
Oh, really?
Chilled
well, we did have it out. It's been in for about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But
I think I'd like
we had it out.
A little chillier.
Yeah. A little chillier. It's a little chillier out here.
It is.
That's why we've got sweaters on. Open it up before the algae ever sets in. Yes, you're correct, Richard. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Defiance Ridge.
Richard's so smart.
If you've never been there,
He's like a Renaissance man.
He is a Renaissance. I'm so glad we finally had a chance to meet him in person with the dude. He came by my 200th show. Look at all those awards. That's when you walk in and into the little galley gift area. They've got merchandise. They've got some of the wines and all the medals around the wines. They have won so many. Chuck and Murph. Did you enjoy Murph last week?
I did.
He's so sweet.
I did.
I made him cry.
Before,
I did meet him.
And he's a great guy.
So when you go out to Defiance Ridge, ask for Murph and ask for Chuck and tell them that you heard about Defiance Ridge from our show. So yeah, there's all their awards and there's some of the merchandise that you can get from them. And then here's the listing of their wines. So there's a lot. They've got reds, they've got whites. Yes, he's got Missouri wines, but he also has wines. I was telling you that coming up in the next 2 weeks, we've got a Chardonnay and we've got a Pinot Noir. Yes. The Pinot Noir was from Willamette Valley, I believe, and the other one was Walla Walla. So he has some wines from Missouri, and then he has others that he'll do collaborations, and he might actually carry from other regions. So don't think it's just Missouri. They also have some really fun events coming up.
Trivia nights.
You missed, and I missed, the one that I would have loved to have been at. They had a Friends Trivia night that sold out like that, obviously. This one, I don't know if it's a waiting list, but Marvel Universe Trivia night this Friday.
Oh, wow.
That would be fun, right?
That would be fun.
So he has found that it's been so unbelievably popular that they have like 250 to 300 people or more that come out to the trivia nights.
Yeah.
I know you're a big trivia night fan, right?
I do. But remember that one that we went to, the Friends one that we went to?
We had fun. But we
didn't do that good.
We thought
we're like, oh, we've got this locked. No.
I was like, wow, these are deep Friends fans that pay attention to the shade that's on a face in a particular. I mean, it's seriously some of the questions.
What's the middle name of such and such a character?
Yeah.
What?
I was like, wow, I didn't pay attention. I just laughed together. We were talking about the beautiful bonfire we have. The fire pit we have behind us that Jim lit. You also can sit around a fire pit at Defiance Ridge and look at how much fun everybody's having there. They pack them in. In fact, Chuck was saying they had 800 a week ago because the weather's been so beautiful.
Amazing.
So it's rare you're going to find this, which empty seats.
Yeah.
Those empty seats are waiting for your butts to be in them.
Yes.
And I hope that you do. And a little walk in. I want you to do me a favor. Sign that book and tell them that you found out about them from the Real Monica Adams show and the Wet Your Whistle segment. That way they know that you came into it. So we did this without any food, but we do want to show you that we've been hard at work.
What shall we start with?
I don't know, but let's show them. We've been hard at work. Can we even lift this up together?
You're going to make me lift this up?
No, we're going to do it talented. We're talented here. We can do this. This is Michelle, by the way.
You made me do this once before, and I was like, it's so heavy.
Don't break the fruit plate.
I got it.
Okay,
this is like the heaviest charcuterie board.
Look at this.
It's solid.
We're missing all of you. You could come and enjoy this with us. So we've got some habanero. So watch out. That's spicy. Some habanero cheese. We've got a super sharp cheddar. Jim's a big fan of the cheddar. We've got some Italian salami. Okay, this is what we want to talk about. So I don't know if you can see that, but this one, the guy we bought it from at the Working Women Show told us to mix it with cream cheese. Okay, it's a little chunky.
It's chunky.
Like poop. Why am I saying that? Because it's called
what you're
this.
Pooping, honey, but my poop doesn't look like that.
Goose poop. Goose poop. It is, but it doesn't look like just a regular cream cheese ball, right? So it's as far as the mixture of it together. No. It says sweet and spicy pepper relish spread. By the way, for all of you that have celiac, it's gluten-free. It's gringogoose.com. And I'm giving him a little plug here because we loved the guy.
He was so sweet.
He was the first person, the first booth that we went up to. And he said that this is really, really popular. Goose poop. And it says, so flocking good. And it is. It's sweet and spicy together. This one is Grandpa Spencer's hot and spicy mustard, even though Grandma is the one with the recipe.
We need to have him on so he can tell that story.
I reached out to him and I told him, I don't know if he doesn't, maybe he doesn't check his emails, but this is world champion mustard.
He's got an amazing story about how his whole business started.
Ooh. And not only do they have a good spicy one, but they have a horseradish one that he said is really popular as well. So just a little plug.
I tried that one.
We've got that one inside too. Just a little plug. Trying to help local. You want more? Okay.
Did you want to try it?
Yeah. Okay. It needs more poop.
I think it needs more poop.
It has a lot in it. But I added more cream cheese because it was very runny.
Oh, is it?
It was. Yeah, you can put some more in it. And then we got a little, okay, let's tell them. We have some pretzels. We have a little bit of jalapeno hummus. We've got the goose poop with the cream cheese, Italian salami. We got some artisan crackers, some almonds, and then we got a little fruit platter here: strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, and apples. And then we thought, let's have a little fun since we do have the fire pit going. We're gonna make some s'mores by the fire pit. S'mores. You want to tell them where I found these, and then you fell in love with them, and then where you found them. I'll tell them first where I found them.
Yeah, tell them.
This was. Have you ever? Okay, let's ask this. All of you that are on right now, have you ever had a Tim Tam? Do you know what a Tim Tam is? I'm gonna wait and let you talk if you want to. Tim Tam, or right, I should say, Tim Tams. Jim and I found when we were on vacation. Let me go over. It is hard to see out here. Best laid plans. Lots of people signing on. Hello. Let's see. Hello, beautiful. Jana LB.
LB, not Elba.
Not Elba, but LB. She's on my
Yay!
Instagram page, and her podcast is going to drop tomorrow on the audio podcast platforms.
Mhm.
So by the way, we do a lot of shows that Michelle takes and then she edits up for our audio side, and we drop those every Thursday. So Jana, tell your family and friends to listen at 8:00 tomorrow. Well, anytime, but it drops at 8:00 tomorrow on all of the audio podcast platforms.
And you know, I do actually really enjoy doing those.
What, editing?
Editing the
Isn't it
the
funny?
audio because
She never did it before, and she's like, I like this.
I've never done. Yeah, I have no background in it whatsoever. But when we decided that we needed to start doing this, and we needed to do it on a budget, I started doing it, and it was interesting because I'm always moderating the shows, and I'm always, dropping the links and paying attention.
So you're not really listening.
So I'm not really listening. So here I am. I'm like I guess introducing myself to the topics, and the shows.
Let me say that again. Let's go back. She is listening. I don't want to say that she's not. She's listening, but she is multitasking. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Which, as we all know, is not necessarily the healthiest thing. We all seem to pride ourselves in, women especially, being able to multitask to the nth degree.
Mhm.
But that really means, are we being ever present? I told Michelle she needs to go with me next time. I'm trying to get this woman, Jess, on, who does the forest bathing. She took me to a whole nother center of presence and patience and calmness. And I want all of you to feel that. So I'm trying to bring Jess on. She has to check her email. Kathy Anselmo, cheers to you as well. All of you that are on, you didn't answer about the Traminette, except for Richard. We're going to tell you that the notes and the description on the Traminette says it's what? Actually, I'm sorry. On the bottle, it says, you see what it says on the bottom? Dry.
That's right.
Do you think so?
No.
I don't think so. Is it what I told you?
I would not call this now. For Missouri, maybe it's dry.
Oh, I don't think so.
Because Missouri tends to, tends to be more sweet. Like their whites tend to be really, really sweet. But in comparison to other Missouris,
okay,
this is
I would say
probably a
semi.
little more dry. But yeah, I would not call this dry.
Semi, maybe.
Yeah.
It's not sweet. Like, here's the thing, though. A lot of times, Traminettes are compared to a Gewürztraminer. Mm-hmm. Some of the spicy aspect of a Gewürztraminer and some sweet aspect as well. I would consider this to be more of like a semi-dry. It's not dry. So understand that if you go in, when you go into Defiance Ridge, try this one. Actually, I would highly recommend you do that tasting that we were talking about. Mm-hmm. You can do the tasting of 5, or you can do 5 reserves. Just depends, or do a little mix. I like to do a mix. I'm a big fan of his reserves, which we do have a reserve Pinot Noir coming up. So Richard said we call it a semi-dry, but since it's fruity, kind of taste semi-sweet. Yeah, I would put it as a semi-dry. It leans more towards a semi-dry than a sweeter. So don't be afraid of it, because some people think I don't want a sweet. They think that Missouri's whites are sweet. That is not the case. There are Rieslings that are sweeter. There are Rieslings that are drier. So just open up your mind, right?
But then there's some people who are like, oh no, dry. No, I don't want dry.
And they also do and we're going to come back to this. We've got a couple things we're going to answer here for you. They also do no Missouri wines. And that is not the case. I will tell you, I'm a bigger fan of reds elsewhere, but I always keep my mind open to everyone saying, try this, try that. And Chuck has many times opened me up to a lot of red wines that I wouldn't think that I would have liked. And one of them was the Norton, actually. The Norton Reserve he had last week was pretty good. That's Italian, dry.
Do you want to try it?
Sure, we can do that. But I want to answer where we got the Tim Tams from. So Tim Tam.
Tim
Jim and I went to Australia for our 2nd anniversary. It was my dream since I was a little girl. I fell in love with koala bears and kangaroos and, of course, the Australian accent. I always wanted to marry a man who had an Australian accent, so I asked Jim to.
For Crocodile Dundee.
No, I just like that accent. I mean, really, talking on the phone to someone from Australia, you're just like, I want to marry a guy with an Australian accent. So instead, I told Jimmy he's to learn the Australian accent, and he does it for me from time to time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Tim Tams, yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Tim Tams, we learned about on Qantas Airlines, the most incredible airline I have ever been on. And for any of you that have ever traveled to Australia, you would probably agree with me. I've never known the level of customer service that Qantas Airlines provides. And also for Jim, he said, now this is how a flight attendant is supposed to look. They were dressed the way I think a flight attendant should be. Like, it brings you back to another era, but they were so incredible. And she came over, and I can't do it, in her Australian accent, and she said, would you like a Tim Tam? And I said, a what? And she said it a few times. I'm like, I don't know what she's saying. And then she's like, here. And I said, oh, it's a little chocolate. And she's like, eat that. And she gave me a little tea. And then she came back, and I hadn't eaten it yet. She came back around, and she's like, you've got to try that. And so I finally did it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. So on the flight back, they were like, yeah, you want a little extra? Jim got up to go to the restroom, and there was this little galley area, and he's like, there's a ton in there. I'm just going to load up your bag because they said you can have them. I had so many in my bag coming back home. It was hilarious. I come back home. I bring some to Michelle. Bring some. I think my family, a lot of people got that as a gift because we went to the duty-free store and we're like, Tim Tams. Brought them back. She fell in love with them. Her son really fell in love with them. And then she went first to what? World Market? I think is where you first found them, wasn't it?
No, Global Foods.
Oh, Global Foods. Okay.
In Kirkwood.
Okay, so Global Foods, they had them. But where did you find this one?
Marshalls.
What? Marshalls. Come on. You never know. I tell you what, I like Marshalls. Marshalls has some
Now, they
incredible
only
things.
have the classic dark. They do have other flavors.
And there are multiple, who knows how many flavors they have
They do
now.
have other flavors, but they have the classic dark at Marshalls.
Is that your favorite?
I think this is my favorite.
That was the original.
Of all of them, yeah.
That's the one that we got on the plane. But yeah, they have a milk chocolate version. I don't like it as much, but the dark is fantastic. I think there might be a mint. I don't know. There's several levels, right? Yeah. But so if you want to try a Tim Tam and understand what we're talking about, do that. We're going to put the Tim Tam with the marshmallow. Well, these marshmallows are hard. How old were they?
They were in the pantry for a little bit.
That's okay. But you know what? The fire, it doesn't matter. The fire will melt them.
It's fine.
So there's my honey. We're going to put a Tim Tam. Jim, we're putting Tim Tams and marshmallows together. Didn't you love the Tim Tams? Yeah, see?
Well,
he ate a lot of them. We just told the story about how you put them all in the bag.
Well, it's because
he said he pilfered a bunch.
There's a biscuit, and then it's wrapped in the chocolate, so it's kind of already got the graham and the chocolate together. Yes. We're
eliminating a step.
Yeah, we're just.
What'd you say? Have fun with those Tim Tams. We'll bring you back out and have some. All right, everybody. So before we wrap up, we are once again featuring this. We love it. $36, beautiful color, a very light, crisp taste. It's easy drinking. I would tell you that this is a great wine to have by itself without any food. But we're going to try, and maybe we'll comment in the section a little bit later. Richard just said, "Hey Jim, let's hear your Australian voice." He left. He's gone. It is a beautiful color. Very light. It doesn't have like the golden, which you see more in some Chardonnays.
No,
it's
a pale.
Right. Yeah. What would you like in this too? More of a Pinot Grigio, a Pinot Gris.
Yeah.
A little lighter. That's the color. So I know it's hard to see because we've got a lot of sun blaring into our eyes right now. But we're going to start to combine some of this, and I'll comment a little bit later. I'll tell you what Michelle thought was the best pairing because we're just going to kick back.
We have some fruit.
Yeah, I wonder how the fruit will do with the fruitiness in this. But it's more dry, so I don't know about the apple. The apple might just kind of cancel itself out.
The dogs enjoyed the apple.
The dogs did enjoy the apple. What's the name of the white wine? One more time. Let me put it up on the screen for you. Kathy, thank you for asking again. It is Traminette. So it's Traminette. Katie Traminette, like the Katie Trail. $36 from Defiance Ridge Vineyards. Try it out. You're going to love it. We've been having some really good ones. I will be honest with you. I'm not going to say I love everything. Remember last week I actually said, yeah, I'm not a fan of the tart, which is what I usually get in the Norton. But I don't want to say cancel. It started to go away. So it wasn't like forward and then staying with me. It was there and then it went away. But I think a Norton, for my palate, I like to always have it with food. And that's what they do so well at Defiance Ridge Vineyards. You're welcome, Kathy. No problem. There's 31 of you on. Don't be shy. I'm looking for... let me see if I missed anybody. Normally, Terry likes to come on, and I know Sarah loves this. She said earlier that it's her favorite. Ann, hi.
Hi, Ann.
Hi, Ann. I almost missed that one. Okay, let's go back to Instagram. and see if we have any comments on here that I missed. Can you give me a link where to find it? Missouri wines are amazing. LOL, I'm just going to come over. I can't give you a link because my moderator's right here by my side.
It's Defiance.
But it is.
It's Defiance Ridge Vineyards.com.
But I can't drop it in the link for you, but we can just tell you. So you're going to have to do a little work today. You can't just click on the links that Michelle drops for you. So DefianceRidgeVineyards.com. And let me look. So, by the way, I'm going to have you answer this on Instagram, we're not looking at Twitter right now, but we'll look later. All of you that are on right now, Kathleen said, hi, everyone. Beautiful afternoon. I know. We're going to kick back with you. We've already been on for 30 minutes. What do you,
really?
Yes. What do you think a wine snob is? This is funny. My friend Doc got this, and it's stuff every wine snob should know. But I think too many people are called snobby because they think that they won't try this, they won't try that. I will say, if you don't try things, you are missing out, because just because in one region you don't like a Pinot Noir doesn't mean that another region that you won't. Like the Pinot Noir we have coming up from Chuck shortly in the next couple of weeks, I can't wait to try. I used to love Pinot Noirs. Let's put it this way. I don't necessarily go to them on a regular basis. I go to bigger cabs and blends and things like that. Are you a Pinot fan? Pinot Noir.
I like Pinot Noir. I like it, especially during Thanksgiving time. It goes great with turkey and stuffing and all that. My husband, not a fan.
But will he try other ones?
But when we went to Napa, our
them?
first stop was Blue Oak, small production winery. The most phenomenal Pinot Noir, and knocked him off his feet. Like, he just loved it, and he bought a ton of it. And it because it wasn't like a typical Pinot Noir, but it was indeed Pinot Noir. That's exactly the grapes and every combination that they made, and he loves it.
Which, by the way,
he actually got mad that I drank all of
drank it all. By the way, if you ever have gone, or you are thinking of going to Napa Valley, Napa's known more for Cabernets, and then the Sonoma area is known a lot more for the Pinots. Mm-hmm. So you just really have to open your mind, everybody. So no, I am not, nor are you, a wine snob. I know a couple people that I would probably say maybe they're in that category, only because they won't try it. But I like what this says right here.
Drink up.
Drink up. So they're telling you to do just that. I don't care whether you're drinking iced tea or water, or we got a wine or a beer or a whiskey. Do this with us. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's have a little fun together.
Sorry.
Once again, remember Defiance Ridge when you're heading out 94. Support those that support our show. Oh, I just heard a woodpecker. So one of the things I learned in the forest bathing was to sit in the calmness more. It's not good for radio and TV because you have dead air, but it would force you to just listen. Listen to the birds, listen to the crackling of the fire. It is a beautiful afternoon, so I want you all to go and enjoy it. We're not going to take up your whole afternoon. We're going to enjoy some friendship time together. We're going to try not to talk too much shop. We do have some fun things coming up tomorrow morning, by the way, 7 a.m. Did you get my text? We are not going to show 2 dogs tomorrow. We're going to show 1 dog tomorrow because guess what? This one that we showed this morning has a date, by the way. This is Herman. And Herman has a meet and greet at the O'Fallon location. And this is the gorgeous Jessica Cook that I'll be with tomorrow morning. She is the owner of Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa and Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue. But she said, Monica, we're going to be showing jalapeno only because Herman has a meet and greet. So we're going to showcase this little baby. That's what he looked like when he came. But it changed so drastically as they had him day after day. Look at his face.
He's come a long way, baby.
The sun is shining in his eyes. We're going to show you more of him. I don't want to give this all away, but tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., we're going to talk about jalapeno. Jessica has been writing me a lot this morning, and she's been talking to a lot of vets and vet techs that she works with, and they said they cannot wait to tune in tomorrow morning. I want you to as well, because we're going to tackle a tough subject, and that subject is something have you ever had to make this decision?
No.
It's one of the most difficult decisions you ever have to make. Anybody who is an animal owner, cats, dogs, ferrets, I don't care what you have, making the decision to have to put the animal down. And it is the greatest gift that you can give them, because if you keep them around too long, you're doing it selfishly for yourself. It's hard to let go. Jim and I had to do the decision 3 times in 9 months. I'm going to tell that story tomorrow, and we're going to give you some feedback from veterinarians and vet techs of actually very interesting information of how the income level, she said, of a person plays into the decision, which is very interesting. We're going to talk about that, and then we're going to feature Jalapeno, and we're going to hope to get him adopted. Jalapeno needs to be adopted. Theo needs to be adopted.
Yes.
We need Mama Blue to be adopted.
Blue.
We need all of them. Somebody asked, is
Mama
there
Blue has one more puppy.
Hopefully not. I mean, maybe things happen every second over at Yuppie Puppy.
So,
2 locations, Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa.
here's the jalapeno.
Yuppie, yes. We need a dog named Habanero. Cheers.
There's some I'm sure
there's
some
jalapeno in our hummus. We're going to feature them tomorrow. So we do every other Thursday the positive talk time. And that, I told you it was hot. I said be careful. So this is tomorrow, as you see on the bottom of the screen. Positive talk time. We have some fun. We do some education. We showcase some dogs. We get the dogs adopted. And Jessica said that her community is loving, and that's what I love, loving the combination. So look, when our sponsors come on, what I really hope is that everybody supports them. Special thanks to our growing list. And Kathy Kilo Peterson, Healing Energy sent your way. I understand she had knee surgery today. She's our State Farm agent.
We don't have our button.
Exactly. So you're seeing all of them on the screen. Of course, our title sponsor, Invita Health and Wellness, Kathy Kilo Peterson, State Farm agent, Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa, Defiance Ridge Vineyards. And breaking news that you have to watch on the show. There's a new sponsor coming on Monday, but I gave you a little sneak peek of him. So watch this morning's show. Just after 7:30, I make that announcement. Aren't you excited about it? Because she met him. Excited. And he's excited, by the way, because he's been writing.
Great energy.
He's been writing a bunch today. So that's tomorrow. And then on Friday, it's Friendship Friday with our friend, Dot Fleshman Realty. And she wants to talk about a lot of things, including getting your houses ready for spring, the housing market in spring. What do you need to do if you are looking to buy or sell a home? We also are going to talk about constructive criticism. She says we need to wipe those 2 words out of our world. It's really interesting why. Interesting. Constructive criticism, but it's the fact that the word criticism is still in there and it makes people cringe, right? It's really interesting. She also wants to talk about some other aspects of the housing market. We're going to have a little fun, and I'm going to be at my mom's house coming to you live. You're going to see Mama Jackie again. Why? Because it's Mama Jackie's birthday on Friday.
Yay.
She's going to turn 60.
No.
86.
No.
Can you believe it?
No.
She looks like she's 60. Or maybe, okay, I'll take 10 years off. I'd put her in her 70s.
Yeah.
Maybe not 60s, because that would be like getting close to me. I will be, what will I be? 53?
29. You're the same age as Dot.
Oh, and what are you, 29 also? 29?
28.
What did you just turn? Because that's how old I know I'm going to be. What did you just turn? 53,
just
right?
Turned 53.
So I'm going to be 53 in just a few weeks. No. I'm actually going to be working on my birthday, so we'll celebrate that together. It's a Tuesday. What will we do on my birthday? Who should I bring on? Hey, tell me that. Who? Oh, that is hot. Who would you like me to have on? Hi, Julie Purcell.
What can I get pierced on you on your birthday?
Oh, stop it. Woo! That was my 40th, by the way. This one pulls me up in front of Iron Age tattoo, and I went, no. By the way, nothing against anybody who has tattoos. You do you. I do me. No tattoos on my body. Never. It's just not my thing. So when she pulled up, when she pulled me up in front of it, I was like, Michelle, no. And she's like, not a tattoo. And I said, okay. And I didn't know they did everything else. She said, and she pulls this little bag out with the first one that I had. And she said, how about getting your belly button pierced? And I said, what? And I just laughed about it. Look, I've worked hard on my stomach, by the way, my entire life. And she goes, your stomach looks too good to not have a piercing. And I started laughing.
She's got to be bejeweled.
And so I thought about it, and I thought, what the heck, let's do it. And she's like, really? That's exactly what she did. And we went in, and that's what happened. So Julie Purcell just said, hi, fabulous Michelle.
Hi, fabulous Julie.
And have Jim on for your birthday? Okay, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's think about it. That's a good idea, Kathleen. Or we can at least, he probably has to work, so we might send him a link and see if he wants to join. My mom can join. But yeah, let's think about Pink. You need to come on for my birthday. Michelle, by the way.
Well, now you just spoiled the surprise.
Michelle tried so hard to get Pink on for me to interview when I was at Channel 5. She thought for sure that they would have the pool there, but they didn't.
I tried so hard.
It seems like nobody does. I thought being a part.
I got your heartthrob.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Antonio Sabato Jr.
I got him.
Yes, she did. He is a hottie, by the way. And the other hottie that I love, because I do love Latin men. There's always been this thing with me and Latin men. Ricky Martin, Enrique Iglesias, and Pitbull are on tour right now. And I looked and I'm like, I'm going to buy tickets. I missed it. They were in Kansas City and they were in Nashville. This is how quickly this world has been flying at us.
I didn't even hear that.
Sherry told me, the woman who does my hair, Sherry said, Monica, we got to go. Because she and I went to see Pitbull when he was at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater last year.
How did I miss that?
And she sent it to me and I said, let's go. But unfortunately, here we are 3 months later, and they've already come and gone, Kansas City, Nashville. I'm hoping that Ricky and Enrique and Pitbull continue their tour. They have 2, I think literally they're down to their last 2 days, and they're in Florida. Darlene, by the way, you should go see them. You're in Florida.
Go see them for us.
Julie says Jim and your mom. Okay, that's a possibility. I'm going to go back over.
Well, it's a Tuesday. We'll be in studio.
We will be. Okay, Jana says, I mean to hear the show tomorrow morning. The link? What do you mean? You just go to my page. Yeah, are you talking about a link to listen? It's you just go to my page. I mean, every day, by the way, folks, if you don't get a notification,
said something about coming over though.
She wanted to come over and have this with us.
Oh, okay.
Who doesn't? I mean, we're having fun here.
The
link to tomorrow's show, all you have to do is go to my pages. And I do, by the way, on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, come to you on where you're watching right now, wherever that may be. Maybe you're on my Facebook business page. Maybe you're on my personal page. Maybe you're on Twitter. Maybe you're on Instagram. Maybe you're on YouTube. Somehow, we've got to figure out on Monday. Well, sorry, X instead of Twitter.
Gotta say it right,
I need to pay for my shirt. Julie, I know. Don't worry. God, I've never seen somebody so. I love you. Would you like to buy more?
Yeah, really.
Oh, yeah. Here, your jacket.
Oh, my God.
Okay, see, we were meant to stay on before we did this.
Hold on.
So she's going to throw some merchandise on. For those of you that don't know, and let me say this, because
put it over this thing.
There was a person who went to the website earlier, and she said that she clicked on shop, and all she saw was gift cards and Secret, the supplements and all that I love. You don't click on the down part. You just click on the word shop. Yes. And then when you click on that, it gives you all of our merchandise. So I believe it was Kelly, right? Kelly, I believe. Kelly Lynn, yes. Kelly wanted to buy a jacket. So let me know if you're having any trouble. Everybody else, here's what the jackets look like. This is the black one. So can you see, Michelle? Let's get this chair out of the way, and then we'll wrap.
There's a lot of wires and stuff.
Yeah, we'll wrap up here in just a second. Let me make this bigger. So there we go.
Jacket.
Yep. Doesn't it look great on her? It looks great on everyone. We've got extra small to 4X, Michelle, so nobody feels left out. That's how I was raised to pay my bills. I know. Julie, I agree with you. I've never paid interest on anything in my life. My mom raised me right, and I do too. Look,
watch. As I'm drinking, I can know my value.
Yay! Oh, look at Terry said hi. I missed it. No, we're still on for you, Terry. Grab whatever you want to. Don't you love that?
Know my value.
So when I was designing what we were going to have, this was a guarantee. Every woman has fallen in love with the thumb holes. Why? Because when it's a little chilly and you go for a walk or a run or you're hiking, whatever, you just like to, have a little half of a glove kind of a thing.
That's right.
And nice zippers. You like this? So look at
the zippers.
I've been a design and wardrobe consultant for a lot of years. And here, let me just explain to you why we did this and we didn't do them this way. Because this makes you more slender. It's slimming.
Yeah.
We also have the way the seams come down. I was a big fan of the tailored look of it. So that's why we did just
more
that.
Tapered.
Yeah. So there we go. This is saying that we have limited bandwidth, so I'm afraid that we might be like stuttering right now. If that's the case, I just had an apple juice and now a water. Well, all right.
I think I broke the internet because of
you
this
did
jacket.
it.
That's what's happening.
Look,
I broke the internet.
It's so popular. I'm
it's
afraid.
a full zip too. It's not a quarter zip.
I don't like quarter zips for women. I like quarter zips for men. But so we have 2 jackets, and I'm hoping this is not stuttering right now. We have the full for women. We've got a quarter zip for the guys or anyone that says MA Sport.
Yeah.
Blue and black. It's because she is fabulous. Ha ha ha. Yes. So tell us all, are you seeing kind of a stutter in the video? If so, I'm so sorry because I do want you to see this. Okay, jackets are black and blue. And pink. Those are the women.
It's like a fuchsia pink.
It's gorgeous, right?
Beautiful pink.
MA Sport. Those jackets are blue, and it's electric blue. It's really amazing. And black.
Gym modeling, but
yes, but he's hiding. We also have shirts that are black and blue long sleeve. So as we transition from winter, spring, it's good now. Okay, I'm glad. Yeah, it just seemed to have gone away. We have t-shirts in green and blue and purple and red. And then we have tons of journals, but we're having to put a whole new order in because so many of the women at the women's retreat bought a lot of journals. Because after they heard me speak, they said, I want to know my value. And so, it's been fun. And then we have coffee mugs, tea mugs. I use it for tea as well.
Yeah.
It's buttery, right?
It's really soft.
And the last
It's really
part that I
soft.
wanted to do when I was making a decision on which jacket,
and it's totally washable and dryable. Now I wouldn't dry it. I don't dry my
no,
stuff like
they recommend you don't dry any of it because
I
because the color bleeds.
I dry it partially for like maybe 5 minutes just to shake the wrinkles out, and then I hang it.
You should be
So-
doing that anyway, but with a lot of clothes,
A lot
just
of-
to
yeah.
keep the way it
The
started, right?
shape, and then
But here's my last piece that I like. So you can keep it like this, or I love this because it doesn't come up against your neck and like
No.
suffocate you. It's another level of fashion. I don't know
Yep.
if you knew that. That's why I wanted that for that particular reason. But
Yep.
you can also do this fun little, like several different ways and just kind
Yep.
of fold it down. So
Yep.
this is the whole thing of the look of it all. So
Mhm.
there you go. If you haven't purchased yours yet,
Yep.
go online to TheRealMonicaAdams.com.
Or-
Actually click on shop, not the drop down.
I like.
Click on shop. She likes to show a little cleavage. Just saying. Okay, everybody, we gotta
got it flaunted.
we gotta have some fun. Look at this. See, I told you there's 34 people on, but this to me looks like they're all on Facebook. I don't know. It's it doesn't show me where everybody's from. But this number went up to 93 today. That's all I'm saying. It was just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, we had a ton of people today.
Jana said shopping time. All right, you got to get on there and get your jackets.
Yes.
Okay, I got it, she said. Everybody else, Kasha, hi. Kasha and I are going to hold April 3rd, Cultivating a Vision, Part 4.
That's on the website too. You can get those tickets.
Tell them where that is.
If you go on the TheRealMonicaAdams.com website, you click on events.
Yes.
You would go to
The calendar.
It's events.
Yep.
It shows the calendar. You go over to it currently would show March, so you would click over to April, and it would be there.
April 3rd, 6 to 7:30 p.m.
Yep.
Why am I saying Central? Because Cash is in Canada, so it's 7 to 8:30 Eastern time. Even Kasha was like, well, I went to it, but it says add to calendar. I'm like, no, once you go to the date, open it up, and then click on the word Cultivating a Vision. That is actually where it takes you to the purchase
It takes
tickets.
you to all the information. You can click on the link. You can see the flyer.
Yeah.
Shows you the date, the time, all
and a
the
couple
details.
people have purchased already.
Yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
going to change the pricing on March
Early bird
15th.
pricing right now.
Yes,
Grab 'em
$30.
now.
And 18 and under, by the way, is free. So we want to affect those kids at a very early age. Terry just said, pop the collar up like the 80s. Exactly. Pop the collar. Monica, I like your haircut and color. Well, thank you. That's all courtesy of the fabulous Sherry Anderson,
Sure,
who is
Sherry.
going to be opening up her
Sure,
own
Sherry.
studio in May, I believe. Is May. She'll
May's
be
the day.
May. I don't know what the day is, but May is the month.
That's exciting.
And I will, just like I said, I will be getting the last appointment of the person I'm not telling you about because you had to have watched the show earlier. His appointment, I will make his last appointment so I can go get a margarita with him. I'll make the last appointment with Sherry so I can go over to Annie Gunn's because that's where she's going to
Are
be.
we having a show from?
Well, we better be. Sherry, we better be the very first person. Julie, Terry, I was just going to say the same thing. Well, thank you, everybody. I actually got a bang this time. I wanted to be like the real Monica. Bangs, by the way, are
Bangs.
exactly what are in. And actually, they're even shorter. So Sherry actually made my bangs for the first time ever. I wasn't a huge, huge fan of my haircut the last time. I do love it now. I'm wearing it sometimes back like I did on Channel 5, where I'll pull it like I did today behind the ear. But she's fabulous. The woman is a true artist. And I told her I wanted to start getting into spring and summer. So we went a little lighter. We're just kind of teasing the lights, not too light because I'm going to be out in the sun probably. But yeah, she's amazing. And so on the runway, everywhere, you're going to see bangs, 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 bangs. Shorter, shorter, shorter. Jennifer Aniston just made her hair shorter. I love it. Everybody's coming around to the real Monica Adams haircuts.
She's taking over the world
I
little
am,
by little.
but I'm telling you, bangs are like this right now on the runway.
Yeah, mine are a little bit longer. I'm due for a cut, and yeah,
But I didn't know if you all knew that.
He's gonna trim them a little bit shorter. For me.
But they are like they were when let's see, it would have been 97 to 2005. I was at WIL. So it was probably 98, 99. So here we are, what? 99, 2009, 19. Wow. 25 years later. 25 years later, and what you're finding is the exact same thing is happening on the runway again. The models are having the blunt cuts and the super, super short bangs. They did it to me and I was like, whoa, and my hair was even shorter. We used a lot of pomade and just it was really a fun haircut, but it was a wow to go from my hair being down my back long to crazy short. But it was fun. And it was the beginning of me having short hair and I've never gone back. When you, well, kind of here and there. When I got married, I had it a little bit longer, but I won't go too long. I actually got
you wanted your hair up a little bit more, so I
Yeah.
think that's why you grew it out a little bit longer.
But
than
I
you
do.
normally would.
My eyes will go to a person with shorter hair and turn my head like, wow, that's striking, more than long, because I guess the reason
That's why she liked me at the gym.
She
When I
had short
walked
hair?
up to her, I had short hair. She was like, "Yeah,
I
like
love
you.
short
You
hair.
have short hair."
I do. It's striking looking. When I think of bangs on men, I think of bangs on men. I didn't say men.
Oh
I
my
said women.
gosh.
Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber.
That's hey. There's the Australian accent. Got a little shrimp on the bobby.
I don't know about. I don't think I want Jim with bangs, looking like Jim.
No,
Carrey.
no, Jim likes to keep it
High and tight. High and tight.
High and tight.
I wonder what will happen when he retires in about a year and a couple months.
Oh, I want him to be Island Jim.
She wants Island Jim.
Island Jim.
When we went to the British Virgin Islands, he did grow a goatee.
He
and
had
he's
some
handsome.
facial hair, and
He's
it was
handsome.
scruffy looking.
Yep.
It was a good look on him.
He was like, "Oh, there's gray in it." I'm like, "So what?" Again, with guys,
My
they
husband
get
does
away
the
with it.
same thing hunting season.
Yep.
He shaved it all off.
Did he?
Yeah.
Baby face again. Baby
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to have a little change.
All right, look, we've almost done an hour show. This is the longest wet your whistle ever. Whistle for me. It's getting.
But look at.
I know.
We've got more people.
I know, but I had
watching.
93 on it and went to 80, and I was like, okay, Ivan Drago haircut on Jim. That is exactly how Jim wears his hair, don't you think?
Drago.
I am Ivan Drago. It's time to fight Rocky.
I must crush.
Exactly. All right, everybody, we are going to have some fun before the sun completely goes down. One more time, I want you to check out our friends at Defiance Ridge Vineyards. DefianceRidgeVineyards.com is the website, and it is this bottle of wine, the Katie Traminette. Let's put it back on the screen here. There you go. Get real close to it because of the sun. Yep, it is.
Yeah,
I think even closer.
I know. It's
There
like
you go.
It's hard.
It's the Katie Traminette, and it's called a dry wine, but Michelle and I are just going to tell you, we think it's a little bit more on the semi. It is very easy drinking. Let's put it that way. It's $36. Try it out. Maybe make it as one of your 5 that you try, or maybe incorporate a little bit of a reserve.
Do a flight.
And then get your bottle, enjoy. And one last thing I want to tell you is on July 4th, the wonderful Ruby Leigh.
She just likes to play the fireworks.
Yes, I do. Ruby Leigh will be live in concert July 4th. I want to spend the holiday with you because after she performs from 7:30 to 9. Yay! Stick around for the fireworks. It's going to be a lot of fun. Dual fireworks at that. It's going to be a blast. A lot of you are on tonight, but you're not being as talkative. I'm surprised how shy you all are being. Okay, I see a lot of you on here on Instagram as well. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Yes. Jana, go ahead. Shopping time. Everybody go to the website, TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Keep abreast of what we're doing. I'll see you tomorrow morning live from Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa in the Cottleville area. If you have not been, take your dogs there to get groomed. Jessica does a wonderful job, as does her entire staff. It's a lot of fun, and it's also very educating. Tomorrow we're going to tackle a tough subject, but we're going to try to get jalapeno adopted out. We're just going to have a lot of fun with you. We're going to educate you, which is kind of the same thing that we do here. We educate you with the wine. We have some fun with it. We tell you about some pairings. We tell you about the events that they have coming up. And we just ask you to support those that support us. Any last comments?
No, I don't want to say your tagline because
you don't have to. Nope. It's time for us to whistle. Everybody, thank you for coming on. Enjoy. Be kind when you're drinking.
That's right. Be kind and be safe.
Love you all very much. Have an incredible afternoon. Get out and enjoy the beautiful weather.
See you in the morning.
Cheers.
Cheers.